A-okay.
Yep, ready and rolling.
Okay, perfect. Most of us here on our side have been without sleep for more than 24 hours now, so I don't want to make this take a lot of people's time. Thank you guys for coming. The San Andreas State Police is very displeased to announce that Mr. Ink escaped the Bolingbroke compound 2 days ago during one of his meal times. He assaulted and poisoned DOC personnel whose access cards he used to leave the facility. He is now at large, and his accomplices are being monitored 24/7 at Bolingbroke Penitentiary still. All DOC personnel involved in that incident have undertaken treatment from MZ staff and are still doing so. I'm trying to make sure everybody stays safe. The vast majority of our resources have been, are, and will be continuously aimed and focused at the capture of Mr. Ink once again. During this time, we caution and advise the people of San Andreas to stay within close proximity of populated areas and not wander alone, especially at nighttime. These are once again, we know, very challenging and frustrating times, but we shall not give in to Mr. Ink's mind games and attempts at terrorizing the city once again. If you see something suspicious or hear someone mentioning any possible whereabouts of Mr. Ink, please do not hesitate to reach out via 911, 311 call, or a visit down here to Mission OPD. I want to make this very clear. Unfortunately, right now, we're not going to take any questions on the Mr. Ink situation. As I mentioned, and I want to insist on that, most of us here have been sleepless throughout the last couple of nights. We're trying our best. We're making sure that we're taking all proper steps to capture him again and bring him to justice and hopefully put an end to all this nonsense. Now, unless my colleagues here, if any of them want to add anything on the ink topic, I would very much like for us to move forward. All right. Needless to say, as soon as we get any updates on the situation, notable ones, we are going to reach out to you guys and provide you with statements or another press release, even if it's not a week from now, on the next Monday. We can call you guys down here if anything worth mentioning will come afloat. Okay, all right. Let's try to move forward here. As usual, the DOJ informed us that there's yet another 15K bounty on any information, vital information that might lead to Mr. Ink's capture. That offer is active once again. I think you can reach out. You guys can reach out to any members of the DOJ for further information on that. But with that being said, I think we covered as much as we could on Mr. Ink for now. I want to touch on some crime aspects from the city. We've noticed a notable decrease in bank truck hijackings, the ones that we mentioned past week. Due to strong efforts from our side, we managed to kind of suppress this pattern of people hijacking bank trucks. There's been approximately a 70% decrease in daily bank truck hijackings, so we are very pleased with that. These are the only topics that we wanted to put out there for you guys. Unless my colleagues have anything else to mention, I think we can just go on ahead and take some questions from you guys.
Can the same be said about house robberies or other crime?
Unfortunately, there hasn't been any major changes in the dynamic of other crimes in the city.
We have noticed I'm gonna make sure I'm shouting here. We have noticed an increase in a particular few gangs fighting down. They are keeping it in the south side, so we are actively keeping this away from populated areas such as businesses and just any populated areas north of the freeway in south side.
Are you able to disclose which gangs they are?
We will not. I think it's best if we don't actively announce which gangs are actively warring, just for the betterment of people not trying to, people grab scoops, etc. on this stuff.
Gotcha. Thank you.
There was a quote unquote gas leakage at CNC on the 8th. Do you have any comments on the investigation of that?
Generally, it's CID's practice to not disclose too much information. We can say that it is an ongoing investigation, and he has not come to a conclusion yet. but he is working tirelessly of it. I know he's been up for the past couple of days, so he's probably catching some much-needed sleep or passed out on his desk.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Sweatshirt.
How does the SASP feel about Miggy Migglesworth for mayor?
Official stance would be no, thank you. You want to hear an unofficial stance on that?
Yes, sir.
It's just no.
Continuing down that line,
At
what's
least
your
he's
official
blunt
stance
and
on
he speaks
Crocs?
for
Sir,
more than
didn't you
himself.
rob a bank yesterday?
Miggy, did you roll a
Excuse
pee?
me. What makes you think I robbed a bank yesterday?
I think you need to bring a lawyer with you at these things, man.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna take note of this.
Please do. Please do. Any
Maybe
other
I
questions,
would
guys?
try and.
All right, on a different note, one of your DOC members said that there was a bomb in his car. Is that a false statement? Earlier this week, his car was repaired by an unidentified individual. He said that after he drove off, his car later exploded and he was able to exit the vehicle without any major injuries.
Yeah, that was me, Sergeant Reed, Department of Corrections. I can't prove anything. I'd like to make it very clear. I'm not a cop, and I don't have any investigative abilities to look into that. But I do know that our initial investigation probably just showed that they just didn't do a well enough repair.
All right, thank you, Reeds. And are there any updates on the blood hunt investigation?
That is still an ongoing investigation, but it has been cold for a bit of time now.
All my notes were about Mr. Ink. You said you wouldn't speak on Mr. Ink. However, when would we be able to get an update on what occurred more specifically?
I would say most likely as soon as we have something palpable that we can share with you guys.
I have a question that's not about Mr. Ink, but it's more broad. Mr. Ink was held in maximum security. How will the SASP in the future handle criminals of such nefarious deeds?
Yes, I can reply to that. The state police, in coordination with the DOJ, has already started putting a plan in motion where most likely what's going to happen is we're going to extend the security measures up at the pen. Specifics, I'm afraid I can't give you any right now. It is likely that a new building, cell block, is going to be constructed with much higher security measures to make sure that people like such don't get a chance ever again to do anything like this.
Bishop, what's your official stance on Crocs?
On what? Sorry?
Crocs, the shoes.
Oh.
I don't officially publicly endorse them. They're kind of cute, but they're also kind of disgusting at the same time.
Oh, I have another question. Last time we spoke, you said civilian ride-alongs were not open at the time. Is there any update on that?
No,
Not as of now. No. Sorry, Blair.
Yeah, still no, still not yet.
Hey, there's somebody knocking at the door. It's Lily.
Wait,
She's
it's
outside.
Lily?
She's outside right now.
She wanted to talk to me. That's
Perhaps,
the...
David, do you want to touch on anything
She's-
EMS?
she's
related?
outside right
Yo,
now.
she's right there.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Dr. David Moore with the Mount Zona Medical Center. There has been only one major announcement that's been of recent updates, and that has been Lola Luciano has stepped down from high command. There's been some shifts within the ownership of the hospital. She's requested that I step in her stead to assist in the continued development and future of the hospital. I appreciate her support and ongoing efforts throughout the years that she's worked with me, and hope that I can meet her standards and provide the same quality of care that she's provided throughout the years to the rest of the citizens of the city. There's some, obviously, with the change in high command, there's going to be some expected changes in the next couple months, so hopefully I'll have some more updates for everybody in the coming weeks.
My official statement is I'm out, bitches.
Yep. That was the official statement that she posted. So.
Oh.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Mount Zona while I'm here?
Do you have any statements about recent shootings that have taken place on the premises of Mount Zona?
Regarding those recent shootings, they weren't with anybody directly employed at the hospital. They were with individuals that were being treated at the hospital. I don't have specific names or individuals of who were involved, but it just happened to be a location that they chose to utilize firearms. It's no different than any other place within the city. It's just it's a more intent or expected safe area because what we're doing there and what our job is. But you gotta take precautions anywhere you are in the city. Even the hospital, the PD, Bolingbrook, everywhere you're at here can be assaulted and you can get shot at any time. So just stay safe and keep your wits about you when you're going around areas.
I heard there was another blackout earlier today. Is the hospital faring well with that?
I wasn't made aware of that blackout, so I don't have a comment on that.
All right.
My question was, with the changes that are coming to the hospital, are you making any changes in regards to the recent shootings? Are you hiring more security? Are you putting metal detectors at the doors? What are you doing about it?
All I can say in that is we are increasing our security at the hospital, but I do not want to go into the details related to that, just as a precaution that we might try to circumvent. But we are working on plans to improve our security and keep our citizens and the employees at the hospital safe.
Just want to add a note on that. That includes close cooperation with the state police, making sure the MZ stays safe.
Biggest thing that I can take away from all this is I don't want any patient, citizen, or employee to ever feel that they aren't safe at our workplace. And I know we have a few of those that currently think that way, but I want to get that changed and make Mount Zona a place that people are excited and happy to go to, and not feeling like their life's already at risk more so than what they're coming there to get taken care of.
Don't break my door.
Thank you.
Brown just talked on radio. I think he lost us. Just wait.
Appreciate you, Doc. Thank you.
Yep. Well,
Anything
that's
else?
just rude.
Anything at all? Questions?
Oh
concerns?
my
Domestic
goodness.
abuse.
It's okay.
Keep it in the bedroom.
Okay, I guess if everybody's done, we can conclude here. Thank you guys again for coming. If nothing changes in regards to Mr. Inc., we'll keep the same schedule and reconvene again next Monday. Most likely things are going to happen in the meantime, so expect a phone call or an email. But besides that, that's pretty much all we had for you guys today.
Awesome. And thank you so much for meeting up with us again this
Absolutely.
week. Really appreciate it.
Just a thought. I don't know what you guys think about this.
Uh-huh.
Should we have a member of each department within the state police here present during these meetings? Maybe you guys want to branch out into more specific department-related questions. So,
Like
for
if it's
example,
possible
specific questions
for-
for DOC, specific questions
sir.
for
No,
park
sir.
rangers in regards to wildlife poaching,
Um,
troopers for highway patrol.
if it is
and-
possible, then that would be cool. But I understand that different people have different schedules and
It's
stuff
very
like
possible,
that.
I would say. It's very, very possible. Yeah, just giving you guys a heads up for the next time. Maybe if you want to branch out with more specific department-related questions, feel free to do so. All right. Thank you guys again. We appreciate all of you, and we'll be in close contact if anything changes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
No,
Yes,
thank
you so much.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
I'll get him out too. Look right here. Look at
Sorry
that.
for
Appreciate you,
what?
boys. Did you get your keys and everything?
No, you're fine.